Good morning and welcome to World of Sport Replay with your host, Peter Donegan.
And a very good morning, everyone. Welcome to World of Sport Replay. Thanks to Sandy Roberts and Kevin Bartlett for Junior Supporters Club. And what a big day we have here in sport on Channel 7. And we'll be taking a look at racing yesterday from Sandown Park, harness racing from Moonee Valley last night, and also greyhound racing from this week coming up very shortly. First of all, let's go back to Tats Lotto last night. As drawn here on 7, draw number 383. And the Division 1 prize pool, $1.893 million. Numbers in numerical order were 1, 11, 14, 17, 27 and 30, with the supplementary number 24. And in Super 66 last night at 8:30, the numbers fell this way: 0, 8, 6, 6, 0 and 1. So that was Tats Lotto and Super 66 last night. And we'll be taking a look at the Golden Slipper Stakes and also the Country Cup meeting yesterday from Sandown Park very shortly. And of course there's been some great highlights in racing throughout the week. We'll take a break and be back to look at some of those on World of Sport Replay. The spotlight of racing around Australia yesterday fell on Sydney with the running of the Golden Slipper Stakes, and what a magnificent race it was. $600,000 in total prize money and a big crowd at Rosehill. The favourite, the South Australian New Atlantis.
Racing in the Golden Slipper. Acumen on the inside was slow to jump, and Osaka one of the best to begin. Sudden came out quickly, and moving forward, Palomino Star with Rory's Jester. Now, New Atlantis, he's hopelessly beaten for speed as they settle fully into stride, where Super Swift goes to the lead. Travelling second, Palomino Star. Speed Check third from Rory's Jester. A length and a quarter away next is Sudden, followed by No Parole Timothy, and then Wonga Prince and Acumen Dandeliera. New Atlantis on the outside. Osaka's lost his position, followed by Swift Cheval. Beach Gown a long way back, and so too is True Version, and last of all is Marchiquita. 500 out. Super Swift shows the way from Palomino Star. Rory's Jester third. Speed Check fourth, and here's New Atlantis going right around the outside, and Osaka's travelling with him. Around the corner in the Golden Slipper Stakes and the roughy, Super Swift shows out to Palomino Star. Rory's Jester looking for the run, likewise Acumen. Speed Check, Timothy looking for a nut, and then True Version, No Parole, and New Atlantis. Osaka is struggling. Rory's Jester races up and takes the lead, and at the 100, Rory's Jester's drawn a length. Timothy followed by on the outside Speed Check. Rory's Jester in front, and Rory's Jester wins the slipper. Rory's Jester's beaten Speed Check and True Version. Then Timothy and New Atlantis, Marchiquita, Swift Cheval, Super Swift, and then Acumen. Dandeliera followed at the head of the others by No Parole, Palomino Star. Wonga Prince never got into the hunt. Then Beach Gown. Osaka's beaten one to the line, and that was Sutton.
Well, congratulations to Colin Hayes and Ron Quinton. Commiserations to Darren Gauci, who missed the winning ride because of that fall at Ballarat during the week. Rory's Jester 10-1, taking out the Golden Slipper from Speed Check at 5s. True Version a great effort at 16-1, and New Atlantis the favourite, very wide on the home turn, unplaced at 9-4. That was the big race in Sydney yesterday, but of course they raced here at Sandown in Melbourne. And the first event was the Rowena Hurdle. Popular pick Samides at 10-9 on as we join the accurate one, Bill Collins.
Then well, the lights on and away they go. And Samides was immediately taken hold of and dropped out to last. As they head towards the first obstacle, Rudor in front of Castroman and Terry Ladd pushing up between them. 2 to My Hutch. On the outside, No Dalliance, and 3 lengths to Lazy River, and a length and a half away last Samides. Here's the second jump, and the rank outside at Terry Ladd, about 3 lengths in front over it from Rudor and Castroman. A length and a half to My Hutch, inclined to pull. Then further back in the field, No Dalliance, followed then by Lazy River, and Samides got a check there. He went to go up on the inside and was checked back to last again. Down the hill the first time, and Terry Ladd out about half a dozen lengths to Castroman, 2 lengths to Rudor, 2 to My Hutch, eager to get on with it, and then a length to No Dalliance, 4 lengths to Lazy River, and a couple to Samides. Round the turn they come for 3 obstacles in the straight the first time, and Terry Ladd led about 8 lengths to Castroman. 3 lengths away, No Dalliance moving up on the outside of Rudor. A length and a half, My Hutch pulling. 2 further back as they go to the first hurdle in the straight is Lazy River, and a length away last Samides. Over that one, they've bunched up now with the exception of the leader. Terry Ladd's about 8 or 10 in front, and the others, there's only 3 or 4 covering them. Here's the second jump in the straight, and Terry Ladd, oh, he hit that hard in front. Landed about 6 lengths in front of Rudor, now second from Castroman. My Hutch still pulling a little. 2 lengths further back, No Dalliance, then Samides, and a length and a half, Lazy River. The last in the straight. Terry Ladd comes to it about 5 in front. He reached for that but got over it. Led about 5 lengths to Rudor, a length Castroman, My Hutch the rails. A length and a half Samides, who's gone up on the inside of No Dalliance to trail My Hutch, and 2 or 3 lengths to Lazy River. Out of the straight they go now. 1600 to go. Terry Ladd about 4 lengths in front of Rudor. A length Castroman, a half My Hutch, which has had a good run. 1 to No Dalliance, a length to Samides, and about 2.5 to Lazy River. They've almost got this leader. 1400 to go. Terry Ladd only 2 lengths in front of Rudor. 1 to Castroman, My Hutch. No Dalliance now pulled out 3 deep. 2 to Samides, and about 3 to Lazy River. Terry Ladd approaches the first of the 3 down the back, joined by Rudor, and now Rudor has taken the lead. Samides with a big jump got right up along the rails into second place, and Rudor the leader coming to the next down the back. A length and a half to Samides on the inside of My Hutch, is out 3 deep. Over in the centre is Terry Ladd, a couple of No Dalliance. 3 to Castroman has dropped right out of it, and Lazy River is last. Here they go to the last down the back. Rudor about a length in front of Samides over it, about 2.5 now to My Hutch. Terry Ladd next. The others are struggling, about 4 lengths to No Dalliance, and a couple to Castroman and Lazy River. Down the hill, Rudor in front, a length and a half. Samides looks to be going easily behind him, and a length and a half to My Hutch, and about 4 or 5 lengths then to No Dalliance at the head of the others. 600 out, approaching the corner, and Samides moved up on the outside to join Rudor and looks to be going so much the better. 3 lengths to My Hutch, struggling a bit now. 2 to No Dalliance, followed by Castroman. Into the straight, Rudor and Samides together, with Samides now taking the lead, coming to the second last from Rudor. 4 to My Hutch and then No Dalliance. Here's the second last. The leader is over it well. My Hutch crashed through it, but Samides only got to jump the last. He's 4 in front of Rudor. 3 or 4 to My Hutch, and then 3 to No Dalliance, Lazy River. Here's the last coming up. Samides draws to it, over it safely from Rudor, then My Hutch. That's the way they'll finish, I think, as they go over the last. Terry Ladd last. Hello, Samides might have broken down. He may have broken down. Rudor's got up on the outside and grabbed him on the line. My Hutch has run third, and they were followed then by No Dalliance, and back with it is Lazy River, followed by Castroman, and a long last in the race is Terry Ladd.
Well, that was amazing. You would have put your house on Samides coming to the last jump, and when he hopped over it, he looked to be home, but he couldn't go on with it. Rudor 12 to 1 getting up to defeat Samides, 10 to 9 on, and My Hutch third at 3s. In the Lonsdale handicap, the second, the favourite Appear to Remember, 10 to 9 on.
Racing at the first attempt, Appear to Remember jumped too quickly and knuckled slightly, but didn't lose any ground. And Itten Le Havre in front early from Cobbler Boy, and Grand Grey today, usually a leader, is clear last. Coming onto the course proper now, and the leader over on the inside, Cobbler Boy, fighting for his head, about 2 lengths in front of Le Havre and Salsify. Then Costa's pulling hard, and they were followed by Appear to Remember, Jean's Nightmare. On the outside of them, about 4 deep, is A Waste of Time, and out just as wide trailing it is Grand Grey. Going down to the judge, Cobbler Boy fighting for his head, about 3 lengths in front of Le Havre, and on the outside now, Waste of Time moving up 3 deep. Salsify the centre, a couple of lengths further back then came Costas and Appear to Remember the rails. Another 2 lengths further back in the field came Jean's Nightmare, and a couple of lengths away last is Grand Grey, being given a crack with the whip. Out of the straight to the 1600, and Cobbler Boy setting a fast pace is out about 4 lengths in front now of Waste of Time. A length and a half Le Havre, 3 parts of a length Salsify, 1 to Appear to Remember tucked in on the fence. Half a length to Costas, a length and a half Jean's Nightmare, and about 2.5 lengths away hard ridden is Grand Grey. Into the back section, 1300 out, and Cobbler Boy about 5 lengths in front. Second is Waste of Time, a length to Salsify moving up on the outside, and then a length Le Havre losing ground. They're followed by Costas, a length then to Newark, and a length to Appear to Remember, a length then to Jean's Nightmare, and Grand Grey now picking up the bit as moving up but 3 deep around the outside. They passed the 1,000, and the leader here is still Cobbler Boy, but he's only a little over a length now to Salsify. Third on the inside, Waste of Time, and then came Costas going all right. It's followed on the rails by Le Havre, Grand Grey hard ridden next from Jean's Nightmare, and about a neck away last Appear to Remember. Cobbler Boy's off again as they go down the hill. He's raced out 3 lengths in front of Salsify. A length and a half further back is Costas now running on. They were followed by Le Havre making another effort. Waste of Time dropping out. Appear to Remember getting between them. Grand Grey still wide and hard ridden, and last of all is Jean's Nightmare. Cobbler Boy led with 500 to go. Straightening up 2 lengths to Costas, who's out after it, looking a threat from Salsify. Appear to Remember's moved up pretty comfortably to 4th, and a good gap to Grand Grey. Cobbler Boy tackled by Costas at the 300. Appear to Remember a length and a half away on the outside, now called on. And Appear to Remember quickly going after Costas, who's the leader. Appear to Remember Remember given a crack with the whip, raced up to Costas. Cobbler Boy fighting back on the rails. Appear to Remember, Costas and Cobbler Boy on the inside, a great go, but Appear to Remember will outstay them, and Appear to Remember's won at about a half neck. Second, Cobbler Boy got up again for second, I think about a nose in front of Costas. 6 or 8 lengths to Grand Grey, and then Salsify, followed by...
And Appear to Remember at 10 to 9 on, just getting there. Daring Tactics on Cobbler Boy, almost paying off, 14 to 1, Costas third at 7 to 1. In the Red Leap Steeple, the favourite here, Gallywood at 5 to 2 as we pick up the final stages.
Brigade, oh, General Claude's gone, Salmanor's gone, Gallywood nearly fell. Here's the last Brigade over it from Sing for Supper. 6 lengths to Waltz Boy and Gallywood, and then came Better Boar. But onto the course proper, Brigade's going well. He's 3 lengths to Sing for Supper, 3 lengths to Waltz Boy, and then Gallywood. And Brigade's got this well won. He's 6 in front of Sing for Supper and running away. Fairway back Gallywood, who's battling on, he'll get a place. But Brigade's won it by 8 lengths to Sing for Supper, 3 to Gallywood, and then about a neck away Waltz Boy fourth.
Here's one of the masters of the jumps game, Jimmy Houlihan, the trainer of Brigade, 11 to 4, an impressive win over Sing for Supper at 7s, and Gallywood the favourite 5 to 2. The Narong Welter, race 4, first leg of the quadrilla, Kiwi Slave the favourite at 9 to 4.
On racing, and they've jumped pretty well. Steel Crest, one of the best out with Crimson Gold, and Richborg going through to head them all off now on the inside from Bullion Broker. Cassins was next, settling down. Glenn Morriston over on the inside of that next bunch with Cosmic City. They're followed by Conservative, a length and a half Kiwi Slave, and it was followed by What Reason, Hand Painted, Past the Baton, and 2 or 3 lengths to Live Albert. Richborg in front at the 1200, about a half length Crimson Gold, and Steel Crest 3 deep, a length and a half Glenn Morriston, a half Cosmic City. Then came on the inside Kiwi Slave, getting a lovely run up on the rails. Bullion Brokers trap 4 deep. They were followed a little further back in the field then by Conservative over on the inside of the next bunch of horses. With it is Cassins, and then a couple of lengths to Live Albert, joining What Reason, 2 to Hand Painted, and Past the Batons last. 800 out down the hill. Richburg given a bit more rain, went out 2 lengths in front here from Crimson Gold. 2 lengths to Glenn Morrison having the run of the race with Steel Crest outside at a length Cosmic City. 2 lengths Kiwi Slave and Bullion Broker, another couple to Conservative, and they're followed by Cassins, Live Albert, and Past the Baton trying to get a run. On the turn, 500 to go. Richborg 2 lengths in front as they made the corner from Crimson Gold, Cosmic City, Glenn Morrison the rails, and then Bullion Broker, Steel Crest out wider from Conservative. Live Albert pulled to the outside from Past the Baton, Kiwi Slave. Richborg getting the staggers a little bit at the 200. They're coming out after it now. Bullion Broker down the outside. Kiwi Slave are getting a run in the centre. Young Hutchinson guiding Kiwi Slave through, and the Hutchinson name's going to come right back into the winning list. It's Kiwi Slave streaking away to beat Bullion Broker. Cosmic City on the inside third, followed then by Crimson Gold. Next in the field would be Past the Baton, Glenn Morrison, Conservative, Cassins, Hand Painted. Richburg dropped right out of it from Live Albert, and they were followed further back then towards the rear by Steel Crest, who's last of all, and What Reason second to last.
Yes, young Peter Hutchison giving us shades of his famous father. Kiwi Slave 9 to 4, Bullion Broker 3 to 1, Cosmic City 12 to 1 in the fourth. First leg of the double, the main race, the Sandown Country Cup over 1,600 metres. The favourite at 5 to 2 was Arctic Wolf.
Racing. Duke of Savoy jumped in the air, and Bateau Bay lost a couple of lengths, and Royal Steel was first out from Lake Worth in the centre. They were followed then settling down by going through quickly Venganza, and they were followed then by Kale, who's got away pretty well today from Round Trip, a rare decision, Little Ick. Then Duke of Savoy followed by Lighthouse Watson over on the outside. Next Soldier Schweik, a length and a half Arctic Wolf, and Bogan Lord in the middle of the field. It's followed by the Vagrant, and then Coral Coast, Tripsicum second last, and Bateau Bay last. Past the 1,000, Royal Steel a half length, Venganza now taking it on a length. The Kale, who's trapped pretty deep on the track. Round Trippers getting up along the inside of him, and they were followed by Lake Worth up handy, and also Lighthouse Watson and Duke of Savoy. There's about 6 there, a length and a half further back. Rare Decision starting to make ground from Soldier Schweik, a length to Arctic Wolf, and they were followed then by the Vagrant further back in the field with Bogan Lord at this stage. Coral Coast back second last with Bateau Bay, and Tripsicum hard ridden in last place. At the 600 they race. Royal Steel about a neck in front of Venganza, Lake Worth 3 deep, Duke of Savoy and Round Tripper on the inside, and then Kale on the outside. Arctic Wolf pulled about 6 wide. Then Soldier Schweik and Rare Decision in the straight, and Venganza's taken the lead now. Royal Steel's gone on the outside. Coming at it is Lake Worth and Duke of Savoy. Here's Arctic Wolf starting to gobble them up out wide on the track, and Coral Coast from the rear. Arctic Wolf has raced to the lead at the 200 from Lake Worth. Tripsicum coming with a big run out wide. Arctic Wolf just the leader. Tripsicum is starting to peg it back on the outside. It might be too late. Arctic Wolf just in front. Tripsicum's grabbing it on the line. Oh, I think it's got up Tripsicum from last. Very close. Tripsicum from Arctic Wolf. Close for third, the Vagrant and Kale. Rare Decision next, Duke of Savoy, Lake Worth. Then Lighthouse Watson behind those horses. And they were followed then further back in the field by Venganza, Round Tripper, Kale in the middle of that bunch with Coral Coast. And further back again, Soldier Schweik, Little Ick, one of the last with Bateau Bay, Bogan Lord and Royal Steel is last.
A half-head to winning margin in favour of Tripsicum at 8s, defeating the favourite Arctic Wolf 5-2, the Vagrant third 33s. The Heroic Handicap Race 6, third leg of the Quadrella, New Jersey, the popular pick at 3-1.
Racing. They've jumped away in a pretty fair line too, and one of the first to get going, Polite Ted. Goodlandy headed it off from New Jersey away quickly. State Draw going up on the fence from Lord Barden, and they were followed then by Wise Decision from Another Emblem, Fast Clip. Further back in the field out wide is Super Habit from Loaded Cannons and Metric Turmoil. Viscount Hagen well back with Pursuit, and Wager near the rear with I'm a Red Man. At the 800 down the hill, and there's 4 or 5 vying for the lead. Nothing really wants to be there, and Wise Decision goes up now to join New Jersey. About a length and a half, Metric Turmoil up third from Super Habit, moving into 4th place. They were followed then behind those horses, Lord Barden, Goodlandy, the Rails, Another Emblem, Loaded Cannons out wide, Polite Ted and Fast Clip. On the corner they race now, and a good battle for the lead. Wise Decision just in front of New Jersey on the rails. Super Habit out wider with Metric Turmoil putting in runs from Goodlandy. Lord Barden, here's Another Emblem with a good run down the outside. New Jersey took the lead. Wise Decision's under the whip, and they're well clear now, about 3 lengths in front of Another Emblem. New Jersey in front. Wise Decision gradually pegging it back on the outside. Another Emblem flying, but too late. And New Jersey in front, and it'll win about a half length to Wise Decision. Another Emblem rattled home in 3rd placing, and then a gap the State Draw. They were followed by Lord Barden and Fast Clip, and behind them Loaded Cannons. Well back in the field then is Pursuit with I'm a Red Man and Super Habit. Goodlandy is well out of it too with Metric Turmoil, and Viscount Hagen, one of the last to finish with Polite Ted and Wager.
Third favourite for the day, New Jersey at 3-1, defeating Wise Decision at 7-2, and Another Emblem third at 50-1. In the second leg of the double, the Durham Handicap Mighty Avenger looked on as one of the bets of the day, the 2-1 favourite.
Racing. And Fantasy Night a little slow with Eureka Gold, and first out Silver Cossack ridden out with a whip from Sender Burglar. Mazurksky away well, and so is Mighty Avenger 4th from Dark Rhythm, Frosty Dawn. They're followed by Wise Call, a couple of lengths to Ben's Magic wide from Shy Rama, a length and a half Proud Sapphire, Eureka Gold, and then a length to Luther's Luck, and they were followed by Ranger's Sun. Well back in the field is Fantasy Night at this stage, and Gala Mascot back with it, Vengeance's Best and Foxeer last. 700 to go down the hill, and Silver Cossack going like the wind, a length to Sender Burglar. Mazurksky's been 3 deep all the way. A length and a half Mighty Avenger with the run of the race, and they were followed by Ben's Magic, who's trapped very wide, Dark Rhythm the centre, and Luther's Luck. Couple of lengths to Wise Call, Proud Sapphire, and further back Ranger Sun commencing a run from Eureka Gold. In the straight, Mighty Avenger pulled to the outside, went up quickly to tackle Mazurksky, who'd taken the lead from Frosty Dawn, Dark Rhythm, and then Proud Sapphire. Mighty Avenger is sitting very quietly on it. Dark Rhythm now out after it, but it's Sender Burglar and Mighty Avenger. Mighty Avenger looks to be going much the better, and Mighty Avenger drawing away is going to score a big win. Scores easing up by about 2.5 lengths. Great battle for the Miners. Foxeal from last got up for second, just in front of Dark Rhythm, and over on the inside Wise Call, Proud Sapphire, Frosty Dawn, Sender Burglar, Mazurksky. Long way back Luther's Luck and Eureka Gold, Ranger's Sun, Vengeance's Best. Then came Gala Mascot, Silver Cossack, Fantasy Night, Ben's Magic, and last home Shy Rama.
Hollow into the favourite, Mighty Avenger at 2s. Foxeal heading for the Doncaster in Sydney now at 25-1, a great effort. Dead heat for third between Dark Rhythm at 5s and Wise Call at 20s. In the last, the equal favourites, Parade of Stars and Ruby Azar at 9-2.
Go racing. And they've jumped away in a beautiful line. Nassau Lass and Findillion quickly dropped back out of the field, however. And when they settle down, Cara's Girl going like the wind from Parade of Stars, Violet Girl, Eliza's Joy and Lady Tobin. They were followed by French Influence in the centre of that pack, and Puissance on the outside. Boletto going up towards them now. Ruby Azar's got back to about third last, and Findillion going past it on the outside. Way is back second last, and Friar's Bell at the rear. Going to the 900 now, and Cara's Girl out a length and a half. Violet Girl, Royal Acclaim, the rails from Boletto, Lady Tobin, Parade of Stars tucked in on the fence from Puissance. Then Eliza's Joy has got back a little bit from Staircase on the inside. Findillion making ground but wide out on the track. They were followed by Tangent's Daughter, back with them Self-Respect. Then Nassau Lass at the head of the others, Way. Ruby Azar back third last with Friar's Bell and Last Star Cove as they enter the straight now with 500 to go. And the leader here, Cara's Girl, with Violet Girl tackling it on the outside, and Royal Acclaim coming out after them now. Parade of Stars being eased off the fence, and further back under the whip is Findillion and Puissance. Royal Acclaim has coasted to the lead with Parade of Stars out after it. Here's Ruby Azar with a very late run down the outside, but Royal Acclaim clear. Parade of Stars trying to pick it up, followed by Ruby Azar. Royal Acclaim in front of Parade of Stars. It's stopping, but Royal Acclaim just in front near the line. It might have won. Royal Acclaim might have just nosed Parade of Stars. There's nothing in it. Ruby Azar's come from an impossible position to get third. They're followed further back then by Self-Respect and Eliza's Joy. Star Cove over on the outside, Tangent's Daughter. Staircase back behind them with French Influence, Nassau Lass, Friar's Bell, Violet Girl, Lady Tobin. Way is well out of it, and among the last, Cara's Girl, Boletto and Staircase.
One of only two good results for the bookmakers yesterday. Royal Acclaim at 10-1, Parade of Stars and Ruby Azar the 9-2 equal favourites. Let's check the doubles now. The extra double at Sandown 2 and 1, $2.70. The daily double 18 and 1, $24.60. And the quadrella 4 ones, $28.45. In Sydney 1 and 1, the extra $2.05. The daily double 4 and 8, $25.95. In Adelaide, the extra 6 and 10, $1.95. The daily double 5 and 4, $22.70. At Seymour yesterday, the extra, a pair of fours, $87.20. Daily double 2 and 7, $41.45. And the quadrella 2, 4, 7, 4, $2,266.75. We'll be back to take a look at greyhound racing after this break.
The Army
Night.